Hi everyone, today we are going to answer the question, why do we have seasons? First of all, I'm going to need my earth. I didn't have a glove at home, so I used this small watermelon to create it. So this is our globe, and this will be our sun. The first thing we have to know is that our earth, when it's on space, it doesn't look like this. It's not straight. It doesn't turn straight. It actually is a little bit tilted like this. We humans have created two parts of the Earth, the North Hemisphere and the South Hemisphere. So basically, our Earth is divided by one imaginary line. So I'm going to grab my Sharpie and draw that imaginary line. It's exactly splitting in half, something like this, our Earth. Something like that. Oops, it should be straight. I'm not perfect, we don't care about perfection. So there's my imaginary line. On the top part is a north, and on the bottom part is the south.
Now that we know we have a northern and a southern hemisphere, I am going to pretend to be the sun. Here's our Earth, and at the same time our Earth is spinning on itself, it is also rotating around the sun. I am not going to do the spinning because that's a lot of work for me, but imagine it is spinning. So we have our Earth and it should be spinning around the sun. So this is called rotation, and it is spinning at the same time it is rotating. So it should look something like this. Something like this. And always to one side. So it spins to one side and it rotates on one side. It just doesn't go back and forth. No, that's not how it works. Okay, so whenever we have our Earth on this side, the northern hemisphere is closer to the sun. You see? The southern hemisphere, it's a little bit further than the northern. So it means that in the northern hemisphere, it's summer. And in the southern hemisphere, it's winter. Now, what does this mean? Why is it important that the southern hemisphere to be closer to the Earth or further? It means that when the northern hemisphere is close to the sun, it's summer. So in this part, all of the top part or the northern part of the globe, it's summer. And the southern part, that's right, it's winter. Because the sun is further away from the southern hemisphere. And the northern hemisphere right now, it's winter because it's further apart from the sun. So basically, whenever the southern or the northern hemisphere is closer to the Earth, you'll know it's summer or winter. Okay, so we know how summer and winter work. But why do we have autumn and why do we have spring? We already learned why we have summer and why we have winter. But why do we have autumn and why do we have spring? Whenever the Earth is going around, that's when spring happens. And that's when autumn happens, depending on which side of the Earth are you, on the northern or southern hemisphere. Right now, in the southern hemisphere, it's summer. And when I am turning, the northern hemisphere will be closer to the sun. So then in the northern hemisphere, there will be summer. See? Right now it's summer, and then it's fall or autumn. Right now it's autumn because the sun is, well, I'm gonna switch so you can see it. Because the sun is hitting equally on the northern and southern hemisphere. And now the northern hemisphere has summer and the southern hemisphere has winter. So it's tilted like this. It's turning like that. Ta-da! I'm going to do it one more time. But on this side of the Earth. And that is why we have seasons.